有請由美國遠道而嚟嘅美安集團特別企劃顧問 Kevin Buckman。佢第一節演講嘅主題係超連鎖 DNA。Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Kevin Buckman.
Hi. Hey, good morning. Great to be here in Hong Kong. I love Hong Kong. I love all those shops across the street from where I'm staying. I tell you, they have stores that the United States, America's never seen, and they're good. They are unbelievable. It's like a candy shop. But anyway, it's great to be here in Hong Kong. It's one of my most favorite places to be. I love being here, and I want to thank you very much, Anthony, for inviting me to speak here at your convention. What I want to talk about this morning is I want to start from the very, very beginning. Okay, we're going to go on a little journey today with respect to the things that I'm going to talk about. I'm going to take you. Many of you are working with brand new business owners, okay, business partners. Some of you are brand new business partners. So for those of you who are brand new today, I'm going to work with you. And for those that are not brand new, who may be working with new people or working with people that you would like to get their mind right, I'm going to help you out a little bit, okay? Now, I say that. I'm an unfranchised owner just like you. I've been with Market America, Market Taiwan, Market Hong Kong, Market Australia, Market UK, Market wherever, since it began, okay? So I have a pretty good perspective, 23 years with respect to what to do and what not to do. And please believe me, everything I tell you here today and I share with you is because I learned what not to do the hard way, okay? I failed. Good news is I failed quickly, okay? So I'm going to share those experiences with you. That being said, I'm going to be very open and honest with you, okay? But I want you to be honest with yourself, okay? Honest with yourself, because this really gets down to, it's about business. It's about making money, okay? And doing the things and investing our time, our energy and effort where we're going to get the greatest return on that investment, because the investment is time. It's not really money, but it is time. And it can get very frustrating when we invest time and we don't get results. Now, that doesn't mean you're going to get results with everything I tell you immediately, but in the long run, you're going to fare a lot better off than if you did not listen to me, okay? So, first thing I want to talk about is this. Let's set, what's the target? What's the goal? What's the goal? What's the objective? In reality, let's keep it real simple. The objective is just to build 2 sales and distribution organizations that each generate in excess of 5,000 BV a week, correct? Or more. In the very beginning, that's our objective, to build 2 sales and distribution organizations that each generate in excess of 5,000 BV. Why? Because that ends up netting us 11,500, I believe it is, every single week. And that's our initial 2 to 3 year goal, if you will. That's the 2 to 3 year plan. Now, once we have that, you see, that's critical. It's critical because once we achieve that, it gets so much easier. So much easier, because now, guess what? When you're talking to people and you've already done the 2 to 3 year plan, okay, in 2 to 3 years or less time and achieve that 11.5 a week, you've got a money story. Does everybody understand? It is so critical to get a money story. You got to have a money story, okay? And I mean legitimate money story, not some scheme, not some where you paid your way in to get it. I'm talking about a legitimate money story that was done through building the way that 99% of the people that are going to join you in those 2 organizations, how they're going to have to build it. Is everybody with me? It can't be something that's not duplicatable. It has to be something, you have to get there by duplication. Is everybody with me? A duplicatable system. That's what I'm going to share with you. All right? Now, it's critical because when you have a money story, it's just, you see, Elizabeth Weber, Joanne Shee, I'm just going to pick two people, made a lot of money. But they came from, they started from nothing. Really, truly, nothing. I know them back then. Nothing. Zero. Nada. Okay? Nothing. The thing is, though, they were able to do it. But once they got that 11.5 a week, they had a money story. Now, guess what? Everybody they talk to, they're going to listen. Does everybody see that? They listen. Before, nobody would listen to them. They came from a background that, why would anybody listen to them? Why? But once they got that money story, everything clicked because now people would pay attention. People will pay attention. Stories and pictures sell product. Stories and pictures sell product. That's the quickest way to sell a product to somebody. Stories and pictures. And when you're making 11.5 a week, you got a story. You got a story. Does everybody follow this? So it's imperative that what we do, everything that we do is based on developing and developing two sales and distribution organizations, each generating in excess of 5,000 BV a week. And from there, you go do whatever you want. You can open up another leg, whatever it is. But the thing is we've got to get that money story. Does everybody follow this? Okay? All right. So this is what we're going to do. Now, in the beginning, what everybody needs to understand is this. What I'm going to go through, the unfranchised DNA, okay, is something that basically we had 23 years ago, okay? Now, we didn't have all the products that we have today. We did not have all the tools that we had today. But in our minds, we knew that one day, in other words, that was the strategic initiative to be where we are today. Now, we didn't know anything about the internet and shop.com, okay? We didn't have that kind of a crystal ball, okay? If anybody says they did, they're crazy, okay? Because we started this long before the internet, okay? But the point is it was a strategic initiative to have as many products, goods, and services, okay, within our mall without walls, okay, that people could, our unfranchised owners and our unfranchised owners' customers could all switch brands to the brands that we represent. Is everybody with me? Okay. Now, in the DNA, in the end, this is kind of like the North Star. What I'm saying is, when people are out at sea, and they get lost, and it's easy to get turned around and whatever it may be. They always say, find the North Star, get your bearings, get your focus back, and stay true to the course. Is everybody with me? That's what I'm going to say. That's what the DNA is all about. In the end, if you realize, okay, not just you, but your new people that you bring in the business, this is the first thing I do with brand new business partners or people that I sponsor or people that I'm working with, okay? They've got to understand the core, the essence, what this is really about, okay? And it's very simple, basic, and fundamental. Because from this core, from the very base and fundamentals, everything else that you experience within Market Hong Kong, Market Taiwan, Market America, whatever it may be, everything else you experience all relates back to this DNA. It all comes back to the DNA. I'll share a story with you. My undergraduate degree is in behavioral science and secondary education and child psychology and all that mess, okay? I worked in the commercial nuclear business for many, many, many years. And I worked for a plant manager one time. His name was Bob Miller. And he had a son who was like in 10th grade, 11th grade. And all of a sudden, the kid, and this guy Miller was the sweetest man in the world. His wife, good family, just great parents, the whole bit. But somehow this kid got off track. His son got off track and was hanging out with the wrong people and he got off track, and grades went from A's all the way to nothing. Ended up so bad, he dropped out of high school, okay? And he, was doing things that he shouldn't do. It just killed his father, okay? This guy was the general manager of a big nuclear plant, huge, big money. And it just ate him up. And I worked for him as a management consultant. And I said, Bill, listen, don't worry about it. There's only so much you can do. Here's the thing. If you've instilled, okay, the correct values, which I know you have, okay, between the ages of 9 and 14, okay, in every single one of you, me, every single human being, between the ages of 9 and 14, the values that are instilled in that period of time, that's what you will always come back to. That will be your North Star. No matter what, it will come back. He may not be back tomorrow, Bill. He may not be back tomorrow. He may not be back for a year. But I'm telling you, it won't be a life wasted. Everything you instilled, he's got the DNA, he's got the values, the value system, he will come back. And thank heaven, okay? It saved him because it was killing him. It was paralyzing him. And about a year and a half later, 2 years later, kid came back, went back to school, got a degree, got his high school education, got accepted at college, went on, and he became very, very successful young man. But the thing is the point is I tell you this story because this is what the DNA. If you get lost, or your people get lost, or anybody gets lost along the way, just remember this. This is the DNA. Come back to the basics, the fundamentals, and simplify in your mind, perception. This is all we do. In the end, the only thing we do is we sell what? We sell the business model to those that want to what? Improve their financial situation. We sell the products, and we sell education. That's all we do. We sell the business, we sell the products, and we sell education. That's all. That is the DNA. That's all we do. Okay? Now, our number one selling product is our unfranchised business development system. Am I right? It's our number one selling product. It may not be a tangible product. It's not a product that you can touch, feel, or smell, is it? You can't touch it, feel it, or smell it until you come here. Do you realize in the NMTSS, the conventions, the seminars, the UBP, this is the only place where the unfranchised business development system becomes truly tangible, or the corings, or anytime there's a gathering of unfranchised owners, that's when it becomes tangible. But as soon as each one of us walk out of here and we go to whatever place of business we have, where we have our products and we have our paperwork and we have our computer, okay, it's not tangible. It's just us. And sometimes it can be kind of lonely. You know what I mean? Because you feel you don't have any employees. You don't have anybody hustling and bustling office. It's an office of one. Is everybody with me? So the thing is the tangibility of the unfranchised business development system is when you assemble here. But it is an intangible product, okay? It's a system for entrepreneurs to create a significant ongoing income while providing consumers worldwide with a better way to shop. Now, let's think about it. I will prove to you this is the number one product we sell, okay? How many of you in here use OPC3? Look around. Except most everybody in the room. If you're an unfranchised owner, you don't use OPC3, I got a problem, okay? How many of you in here sell OPC3? Okay? Let me ask you this. Of all of you have the hand, just raised your hand. How many of you sell a lot of OPC3? Like to more than 3 customers? Raise your hand. How many sell more than 3 customers? Again, most everybody in the room. How many of you would sell OPC3 if there was no compensation plan? That's the point. That's my point. OPC3 is an unbelievable. Let me ask you this. How many of you that take OPC3, use OPC3, how many of you would recommend OPC3 to a friend? Raise your hand. Even if you didn't get paid, you'd still recommend the product to them. Every single one of us that use it. Why? Because we're human beings. Human beings love to tell other human beings about something that they got a positive result and a positive experience. Am I right? Now, I'm killing a couple birds with one stone here. My point with the last thing was, you've been doing this your whole life, haven't you? Whenever you experience something positive or get a positive result with a product, you do what? For no pay, no compensation, you do what? You recommend it to other people, don't you? And it normally comes up in a conversation, doesn't it? Am I right? Comes up in a conversation, the dialogue's going back and forth. Oh, I had arthritis, or I had this, or I had that, and I experienced this product, and I got results. It might help you out. Why? Because the person, what? Communicated they were having a challenge with something, right? And you don't have a problem. Whether you get paid or not, you don't have a problem sharing positive results and experiences you've had with products, goods, and services, but you've done it your whole life, and you've never been paid for it. Am I right? You're still going to do it. So my point here is this. When you've heard me say this, probably those of you that have been around a while. I've said this over and over, and it's on videos and stuff, but everybody that we introduce the business to, they already possess the skill sets necessary. They already possess the skill sets necessary to succeed in this business, don't they? Because you just proved it. You've been recommending products, goods, and services that you've had what? A positive experience with your whole life. Your whole consumer life, you have told anybody and everybody. And you know for a fact they bought. How many people have ever recommended a shoe store to somebody? Raise your hand. Come on, ladies. You ever recommend a shoe store? Or you didn't because you were afraid to go buy them and they'd have the same shoes on that you did. Okay, yeah. Okay, come on, Kathy. I know. You bogart in that store. Okay, my point is, but most of us recommended jewelry stores, skincare. We've recommended stores to people, right? Or shoes or clothes or jewelry or whatever it may be. Guys, electronics, automobiles, things like that. We've done that always, haven't we? And guess what's happened? People have gone and bought, haven't they? We didn't get compensated. The other people, whoever took the order, the store got compensated. We never got compensated. But who made the sale? We did. Does everybody follow this? Pretty simple, isn't it? See, if we don't get all off on crazy stuff and really keep it to the core and the DNA, what the business is all about, the business is very simple. Because the thing is everybody you come in contact with, to introduce the business to, where they can improve their financial situation, they already possess the skill sets necessary to succeed in the business. It's not like they have to go get all this special training. They may need to be a little knowledgeable of the product and maybe a little more knowledgeable about how the business model works with respect to building out the sales and distribution organization, the structure. But other than that, the actual activities and tasks where the BV and IBV are generated and the money really comes from, there's not a whole lot of training that is needed. What's needed is for people to just get off their lazy butt and go do something. Let's be honest. That's the biggest challenge we have. People want to improve their financial situation, but they don't want to do anything in addition to what they're currently doing in order to obtain it. And yet, here's the thing. They will continue to do the same things we talked about for no compensation. I love it. I will never quit this business, ever. Never. I don't care if I never get another commission check. I'll never quit the business because of the entertainment value. The people just tickle me to watch what they do and what they say. It's better than TV. It's better than TV. Okay? So at the heart of the system is our compensation plan that rewards what? Every unfranchised owner for changing what brands of products they shop for, or how they access stores that they access every day anyway. That's it. Change brands of products and change how they access stores that they access every day anyway. That's it. We're gonna make money. Okay? So the first thing is this. Begins with every unfranchised. See, the sales, the reason I spent time doing this earlier is because the ability to sell products, goods and services, and sell how we access stores that everybody, including us, are accessing every day, it all starts with us. Because what happened? When I said everybody possessed the skill sets necessary to succeed, they have to change brands so they have the ability to what? Share the results and experiences with others. Am I right? Because that's what they were doing anyway. Same thing with accessing the stores. So what I'm saying is it all starts very simple. It starts with us. It starts with us. We have to do it first. We have to change brands of products that we're currently using, okay, to the products, goods, and services that we're going to be selling, repping, and chatting up. Does that make sense? It's real simple. Real simple. Thing is we don't have a problem sharing positive results and experiences with other people, do we? We already acknowledged that, didn't we? Okay, everybody nodded and agreed. So all we have to do now is experience our products, goods, and services that we sell and represent now because we're in business. Trust me, the owner of the Porsche dealership over here, he ain't driving an Audi, is he? He's not driving an Audi. He's not driving a Ford. Trust me, he's not. Because he sells and represents Porsche. And the owner of the Ford dealership, he's not driving around in a Porsche. Because he sells and represents Ford. And it's the same thing. You can't use Tide, Gain, All, whatever it may be, when you sell and represent Snap. It's foolish. You fail business 101. It's business. It's business. I have people come to me and say, well, Tide smells a little better. You're in business to make $100,000 a year and you're not going to use your own product because it smells a little better? Then put some fabric soap, squirt some perfume in there. I mean, don't be ridiculous. It's laundry detergent. It's only, okay, Tide smells good but doesn't clean as well. What do you want, clean clothes or dirty clothes that smell good? Do you ever think about that? Maybe they don't clean as good, just smells good, so you got dirtier clothes that smell better, and you got cleaner clothes that don't smell as good. Do you ever wonder why they put the good smell in there, maybe? Anyway, like I said, people, they make me laugh. Okay? So you got to change from Mac to motives. You can't, if you sell and represent motives, I don't care if you're not a motives certified trainer or consultant or what. Every one of, believe me, trust me, every single one of us in here sell makeup. I sell makeup. It's the easiest sell in the world. Lipstick. They know where it goes. I don't have to teach them. I don't have to sell them. I don't have to train them. Blush, powder, eyebrow pencils, lip, whatever the marker on the lips, the line. I don't even have to know it. They buy it because they feel sorry for me because he doesn't know anything. I'll buy it because he's trying. But they already know where it goes. You don't have to educate the consumer. Every guy in here, we all represent makeup. Guys, it's the easiest thing in the world. All I want's one sale. Why? Because now I have a reason to follow up, and the next thing I want to do is get them to introduce the skincare. More makeup and then skincare. Now I got makeup and skincare, and makeup, skincare to health and nutrition. Is everybody following this? My goal is to get one customer and then increase the share of product that they buy from my business. Change from Tide to Snap. Change from Centrum to Isotonics. Change from Clinique to Cellular Labs. Does everybody follow along here? But it starts with us. We have to do that first because we have to experience the products. Has everybody got that? Second, for those products, goods, and services that we don't have Market Hong Kong exclusive branded products for, having BV, okay, we just change how we buy all other products, okay, all other brands of products because we don't have Market Hong Kong, and how we buy them from brick and mortar to click and order through our what? Our shop.com site. Why? Because we get compensated. Because we get compensated. Okay? And these are examples. I can't read them, but I know they're stores that we have in our shop.com site, Hong Kong. But unfranchised owners, we get paid in IBV and cash back when we buy clothes, school supplies, shoes, washing machines, TVs, whatever it may be. Liquor. I saw this out here. Gosh, all these people in the USA, they'd be so jealous of you all. Okay? They'd be saying, man, I could make a lot of money in IBV if we had that store. I can't wait. I share it with them. You know what they're going to, oh, if we had a liquor store, we'd be able to make money. How come Hong Kong has it and we don't? I'll hear that, the flip side. Okay? Anyway, so we get paid IBV and cash back to purchase through our Hong Kong shop.com site. Is everybody with me? Okay? You're going to buy these products anyway. Because we don't have, they're not Hong Kong exclusive branded products with BV, so we're going to buy them through our shop.com site. Why wouldn't you? If TV is going to cost you X number of dollars and you're going to get 4% cash back, in the end, you net a 4%. So you're going to get it for 4% less, plus the IBV that gets generated, put into the commission plan, and you have the ability to what? Accrue that volume towards earning another $11,500 a week. Why would you go to the store, Best Buy, whatever it may be, and buy the TV there? You buy the TV there, you don't get cash back, and you don't generate any IBV. It doesn't help you, and it doesn't help anybody in your organization. That's like owning the Porsche dealership and driving around in a Ford. If you use Tide, it's like owning a Porsche dealership and driving around in a Ford. You fail Business 101. There's no help for you. If you don't get that, I can't fix you. You know what I mean by that? Can't fix it. Now, once we've done that, once we're doing that ourselves, then we simply build a small portfolio of 10 to 15. That's 10, 5. 15 customers. Not 25, not 35, not 55, not 65. Just 10 to 15 customers that do exactly the same. We get them to do exactly what we just did in the first two steps. Get them to change the brands of products that they're currently using, as many of them as we can, to the products, goods, and services that we sell and rep. Does everybody follow this? We have great products. That's what makes our business different. We're not a buying system. Does everybody understand this? This is the thing that makes us different than a lot of other business models in direct sales. We are not a buying system. We did not bring all of you into the business to just buy the product. We brought you into the business to sell the product to people that we don't know. people that you know and people that you recommend products, goods, and services before you're a Market Hong Kong franchise owner, that you recommended to them anyway and you didn't even get paid. So we've introduced you to new products, goods, and services that you'll get positive results, positive experience if you use them, and you can recommend them to them and get paid for recommending. We're a selling system, not a buying system. But we can't sell something we don't use. We got to start first. That's the only reason. You can't tell somebody about a movie you never saw. So we build this small portfolio. We start with whatever, makeup, a lipstick, because they felt sorry for me. I don't care. All I want to do is get my foot in the door. Now, guess what? I follow up with them. How'd you like the lipstick? You know, we have another makeup line. I really would like to book an appointment so I could show it to you. Plus, I will also have what? I'll have my laptop with my ability to get on the internet, the whole bit, so I can take them and show them all the other stores that we have. Because I'm going to have them fill out what? A home shopping list to identify all the products, goods, and services they're using every 4 to 12 weeks. So I don't have to hunt and peck. I just find out they listed them, and now I can introduce them to the products, goods, and services that I sell and represent. Is everybody with me? Okay? So customers get paid cash back for purchasing Hong Kong branded products. Customers get paid cash back for purchasing through their HongKongShop.com KCB. No, yours. Okay? And customers get paid cash back for referring other customers to your site. We even provide an incentive program for your customers to get cash back if they recommend and refer and get other people they know to shop at your shop.com site. Okay? So they get paid 3 ways. Okay? Now, we all sell. We all sell. We know that. We've done this our whole life. Okay? Now, the next thing is this. How many of you think you're going to run into at least 8 people, serious people, in the next 12 months, 8 people in the next 12 months that seriously want to improve their financial situation? How many of you think you'll run into at least 8 people in a year, from now and a year from now, that truly want to improve their financial situation? Raise your hand. Let's be honest. Okay? Everybody's looking for more money. Am I right? Okay? Well, the thing is we just then introduce the business to them, expose the business to them, because you've got a potential solution for them to be able to generate a significant secondary source of income. They don't have to quit what they're doing. They don't have to stop what they're doing. They can continue on doing what they were doing. Doesn't matter. I started this business 23 years ago working part-time. I was still working 60 to 70 hours a week at the nuclear plant, but I did this part-time, 8 to 15 hours a week. I've never worked at more than 15 hours a week, ever. Okay? Just building it part-time. Doing what? Sharing the products, goods, and services that I switched brands, and now, well, back then you didn't have the shop.com site, so that's all I did. But my point is you could build this part-time. Now you've got shop.com, you've got all kinds of different ways to expose the business and products, okay? But it's very simple. Those 8 people that over the course of the next 12 months, just introduce. If they're serious about doing something in addition to what they're currently doing, they'll give it a try. And they're willing, but the key is, are they willing to do something in addition to what they're currently doing? Not in lieu of, but in addition to. And what happens there is, will they take the extra effort? Will they skip the TV? Will they skip hanging out with their friends? Will they do something and invest some of that time into improving their financial situation? Will they do that? That's where the big challenge comes in this business, by the way. The big challenge is getting people to get off their rear end because they're used to doing nothing and thinking about something for nothing. Okay? So the result is creating a never-ending flow of BV and IBV, which is the lifeblood of the business. See, the thing is once we get those customers and they're ordering 4, 5, 6 Market Hong Kong branded products, they're creating what? BV every single month, times 10, times 15. They're also creating IBV every single month. Why? Because they're buying clothes, they're buying shoes, they're buying jewelry, they're buying perfume, they're buying washing machines, they're buying dryers, they're buying TVs, they're buying liquor, they're buying everything else through their your shop.com site. So they're creating IBV. Just see how it has nothing to do with enrolling a new unfranchised owner. Okay? It's all about creating that customer base, and that volume just keeps regenerating. Why? Because the products work. They do what they say they do. They're good products. Okay, and I'll get into a little bit that later. Okay, each unfranchised owner is to become a what? A shop.com consultant. Okay, making the shopping experience for their household as well as others' customers' household as efficient and effective as possible. Okay. I talked about, well, I think I got a slide I was going to talk about anyway. We talked about this at the Leadership Council meeting. But anyway, unfranchised, it all starts here with you. You've seen this, right? This is an unfranchised right here. This is your unfranchised. This is what it looks like. Okay, your banks are open to accrue BV, accrue IBV. You got a customer base of 10 customers. I already told you what you're supposed to do with them, am I right? We sell products, sell the business, and sell education. This is your first taste of residual income. First taste of residual income. If you get this built out, 3 on the left, 3 on the right, and it doesn't have to be, 2 under the first 2. It can be 3 people right down the common leg. Doesn't matter. 3 unfranchised owners, 3 down the common leg that at least have a customer base of 10 to 15 customers. That will be your first introduction to ongoing income, because that 1,200 BV will kick a check every single month, no matter what. You know why? Because the customers are buying products, goods, and services they were going to buy anyway, but they'd rather buy it and get cash back, and they buy them because they work. Anybody can't know. Centrum is not as good. Okay, it just isn't. It's not as good as isotonic. Anything in a pill form, anything in a capsule form, anything in a syrup form, it's just not as good with respect to the delivery system. That's a fact. The nutrients, we don't have a better B12. We don't have a better vitamin C. We do not have a better, whatever E, C, selenium. We don't have, the ingredients are the ingredients. Is everybody with me? It's the delivery system that is the difference. That's where the value is, because we get 90% absorption. 90% absorption or better. Okay? You don't get that in a capsule, pill, or tablet. Okay? So here's what, I already did this, 1,200. That's your first day. But it starts with everybody. It starts with your household. And you need to think household. Don't think individuals. Don't be thinking, you sell a bottle of something to Bob. That's the product. What you're doing is you want to sell, you're thinking household. Because usually there's more than one person in that household. Is everybody with me? Okay, because one OPC3 will lead to 2 OPC3. One multivitamin will lead to 2 multivitamins or more. Okay? I've sell, tons to families because the kids. And then guess what happens? The kids become adults. And they become consuming even more. And so it's a lifelong process in the pursuit of building 2 sales and distribution organizations, each generating in excess of 5,000 BV. Okay? Now, the whole key is this. Every time I sell a product to somebody, okay, we have to do what we did. What did we have to do to start with? We had to sit down and basically take an inventory of all the products, goods, and services that we are purchasing in our household, identify them, and then target them as to which products we can switch brands. And for those that don't have a match, we then identify what stores we're going to purchase those products from, which they're probably the same stores, but just change how we access that and make those purchases through our shop.com site. Now, we do that with our own household, And at the same time, we do that with every one of our customers. Somebody got that? And we do that with every brand new business owner. Everybody you sit down and take an inventory, and I'll get into that in the shopping anyway, but every single new business partner that you sit down with and go through and inventory what they're already purchasing every 4 to 12 weeks, okay? When you do the inventory with them, the inventory gets done. You don't send them home to do it themselves. They're not going to do it. Do it with them. Show them. Teach them. This is part of teaching people how to do the business. Okay? Do not assume they're going to do it. Okay? Don't take things for granted. Okay? Discover how many things you could be using to fund your annuity. And we're going to get into that in a second. Okay? Create a My List. You create a My List to make sure that no matter what, you're always using your Market Hong Kong exclusive branded products. And secondly, most importantly, we discussed this at the leadership meeting yesterday, okay? Don't rely on the search engine. Do not rely on the search engine. I don't want to leave anything to chance, okay? Anything to chance. What I want to do is I want my unfranchised business partner to identify all the stores that they currently shop at that are on the shop.com site. I also want the customers to do the same so that stores are in my list and all they're going to do is go to that store and not necessarily use the search engine. It's nice to use it, but I don't like to, I always want to make sure I don't frustrate anybody, okay? All right, so if you understand the DNA, in the end, if you ever get off track, I tell my people when I sit down with them, if you ever get off track, this is your North Star. This is the DNA. This is the value system. We sell product, we sell the business, and we sell education. Those are only 3 things we do in this business. In the end, that's the only 3 things. Everything else out there is only developed to support these 3 things. All right, see you in a little bit.
Live your life, live your life. Let the